So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. If the world could hear my thoughts, from this world I'd likely be shot like a cannonball. I leave the light on, yes I do. Climb up to where I love the view. Sometimes the dark comes shining through like a cannonball. The cuckoo bird is not the best. Watch it rob the robin's nest. Watch it swallow the swallow's eggs. Such a sweet song. And I would never think to judge. There's nothing evil in a flood. Don't worry, I forgive you, but such a sweet song. For everything there is a time. For every justice there's a crime. We might not see, we might not shine. Someone will. And when you fall down in a hole, you don't care who drops the rope. All you can do is holler and hope. Someone will. I wake up early in the morning. You might not like talking to me. I need coffee just to be able to make coffee. I wake up like a cat up in a tree. Some folks rise and start shining. They're all ready to seize the day. As long as they keep their distance, everything just might be okay. I wake up early in the morning. Oh, yeah. What? Early in the Morning Afternoon News is filmed before a live webcast audience with your anchor, Nathan Moore. Yeah, all right. Pip is already on my shins. Top of the morning to you. Good afternoon. I'm here rising and shining at my first cup of coffee. I have not cheated. I don't know what happened while we were sleeping, but it's time to find out. How's it going out there? Hello, world. Ooh, how's your day? How's your day been? Man, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, but let's do it anyways. Time for the headlines. Oh, here we go. The woman who brought down Tucker? Question mark. As we cut, it's still the same headlines as yesterday. Tucker who is the big headline. Fox search for a replacement. How do you replace Tucker Carlson? I hope they can't. Let's just put it that way. I have not cleared the news. April, good afternoon. Good morning. Producer claimed rampant harassment. The uncontrollable host who even badmouthed his bosses. Defamation suit proved trove of Carlson messages. All those messages we didn't get to hear, I guess, because of the settlement. Did we ever get to see those? Was there ever a big dump? I know we saw some excerpts at one point or another. Was it all a con? I don't even know how to deep dive this. I feel like it's all still just speculation out there in the world. I maybe should check in here and see what the news headlines are. News hounds out there, how y'all doing? Definitely as the show goes and grows and becomes itself, you viewers have a very important role to play in terms of providing me with the news I should be covering. Ultimately, I just want to sit here like Jon Stewart and read the script from my staff of writers, which is you. Hey, welcome to your new job. You have a gig. Anybody ask you what you've been doing lately? Working for a news agency. I'm a news hound. But certified news hounds here on our Discord server actually can add headlines to the ticker crawling below me right now. Here, let me put that music on hold. It's a work day here in the studio. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of headlines in here I should probably scrub. I'm supposed to do this before I go live, but that's okay. It's a work day. It's Tuesday. We got to get stuff done here. Let's see. I guess I can just get rid of all of these, huh? 2, 3. Frogville Studios. Good to see you. Just clearing some headlines here. It's still Kether's birthday all week. So maybe I'll leave that one. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Tucker and Lemon stories in there because, that's what the Drudge did. They're still just same headlines as yesterday. The news world is reeling and rocked by the news of Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson fired. You notice Tucker was fired after his last show, not before. They might have been a little nervous as to what he would say if he had another show after he got fired. Rumble? Where's he going to go? What's he going to do? Podcast? Substack? Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's a breaking news story in my world. Frogville Studios rented some drums from Jeff Sussman this week. Jeff Sussman of the Amusement fame. I love to hear that that's happening, that everyone's kicking and drumming, and that you're recording and Jeff's renting drums. That's a beautiful thing. So we had a great night in Valheim last night. We finally produced bronze. The wife and I finally got our act together, mined some copper, mined some tin, created a smelter, created a forge, created some bronze, and then created a bronze spear, and then killed a giant troll. The birthday girl got herself a troll, the complete troll outfit. Not only do we have troll hide pants, troll hide shirts, a troll hide hood, but, it was her birthday, so she even went for the troll hide cape. And I tell you what, you will not hear us coming. We might be right behind you right now. Turn around, quick, look. Didn't hear us coming, did you? That's because of our troll hide.
Frogville Studios says, breaking news, Grammy Award winners, the Mavericks are recording at Frogville this week. Dang, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. I wish I was recording at Frogville Studios this week. Some week, someday. Wow, the crowd is going nuts. Oh, man. Harry Belafonte has passed away at 96. What a beautiful man. Singer, actor, producer, activist. What a life story. What a history. Come, Mr. Tallyman, carry me banana. Nate Silver out at ABC. I tell you what, we're going to be the only news show left standing by the end of this week. It's a good thing the world has Surly in the Morning afternoon news, or nobody would know what is going on. The only problem is I don't know where we're going to get our news from. You news hounds out there are really going to have to kick it up a notch. I'm thinking eventually, as we find our rhythm and find our feet, the gifs or gifs will come in handy. I was daydreaming last night about how, if you guys keep the gifs and gifs coming, I'll incorporate them into the show somehow or another. If I have to make up a news story from time to time to go with it, I will. Or if you want to just put gifs or gifs that go with the stories that we're telling, that could be what's going on in the window. But you guys are the co-producers here, and it's your show too. And I'm going to need you. Peter Shallot, good to see you in the chat. He says, y'all's 2004 sampler CD made a road trip much more pleasant for me. Oh, the good old Frogville sampler, the Amusement, Joe West. Surprising Mr. Davis, all on one label. The glory days. Talk about a history. Nate Silver, that name rings a bell, but I'm not exactly sure who that is. There has been some speculation out there that maybe Tucker is planning some kind of run for president. Vice president, maybe? How about vice president? Maybe that's why they worded it as parting ways as opposed to flat out firing. Lots of speculation out there. Nothing but speculation. Report. CIA stopped Ukraine launching mass drone attack on Moscow. Just threw ourselves in front of the drones, grabbed onto them as they were trying to fly away. Putin sends invisible tanks into battle for first time. Sure, like we believe that. Y'all fell for that one? Oh yeah, we just sent in 100,000 invisible tanks. I'm sure it's just some technology that makes them evade. Radar, what do you call it? What works on the ground? Top tier criminals pivot to secretly fighting against Vlad. Medvedev warns we're closer than ever to World War III. Well, you can just look at the clock and tell that. What is it, like 10 seconds to midnight or something? I don't think we needed a name that we couldn't pronounce for that headline. We all know that. You could ask any of us. We could say Frogville Studios warns we're closer than ever to World War III. Peter Shallot warns we're closer than ever to World War III. Sitting Man says, I'm not convinced World War III hasn't already begun. We're just hoping it's way milder than we ever imagined it. Once upon a time, a crazy dream come to me. Dreamt I was walking in World War III. 13-year-old boy groomed publicly on Twitter and kidnapped despite chances to stop it. God. Not clicking on that. Socials count down to comply with West's tough content law. Heard about some new content laws going on about subscription traps or something. That was in Europe. I didn't quite follow it, but it sounded like there was new social media online restrictions. Trying to get back in control here of this new frontier. April, our news hound out there on the ground, is reporting in. Nate Silver is the numbers guy for voting the president. He knows his stuff. It's a familiar name. Any idea what happened to him? Should we click on that link, go a little deeper? By the way, if I just gloss over a headline and keep moving, but you want to know more, you would like to probe down, just let me know. We'll do it together. Specter of Soylent Green raised in legislative debate over human composting. Soylent Green, the old classic sci-fi story where it turns out the food the government is providing for the people is humans. Not only the left, but now conservatives embrace boycotts. Conservatives have always embraced boycotts, by the way. That's why people had to hide their sexuality. That's why there's always been ways to get in trouble, ways to get canceled. What was the first interracial kiss on TV? Why did that take so long? Beans wants to point out human composting is in no way Soylent Green like. What is it, poop? A friend of mine is one of the best farmers ever. If we were ever playing music at his house and someone was like, hey, you mind if I pee in the backyard? He's like, please do it on the compost. It's good for it. I don't know if I've said too much. I didn't name any names, so you can still enjoy their produce because they are gorgeous. I tell you what, how do you get eggplants this big? Don't ask. Major Republican donors' commitment to DeSantis murkier than thought. Ron DeSantis slipping on the runway. Slip sliding away. He's trying to get a running start. He's flapping his wings. Luckily, he's trying it from the ground first. Didn't make the mistake of jumping off a high building to see if he could fly. Tried it on the ground first. Smart. You just look silly, but you don't go splat. Ron versus Disney feud divides party over attacks on woke companies. Ron versus Disney feud divides party. Yep. So many things are just dividing the Republican Party. It's not even splitting the country anymore. Half the country no longer cares. Jury selection set to start in rape suit against Trump. Focus on his treatment of women. Silas, good to see you. Peter says, chop me up and feed me to the chickens when I go. All right. Hey, it's in stone now. You asked for it. We have it in writing. Done. We'll see to it. We got you. An allergy season so bad you don't need allergies to feel miserable. Welcome to the new spring. I'll tell you what, every spring it seems like they talk about how it was a mild winter, so the ticks are going to be worse. If that was ever true in the past, I just can't even imagine what's coming our way, because this last winter around here was the mildest I have ever seen. It was disturbing. No snow at all. None. I'd never seen that. For the last, so many winters, it's at least produced mockable snow. At least you could stand out there and be like, you call yourself snow? But there wasn't even snow to mock. Nothing. So I don't know what that means about ticks. All right. We're on the second column here. cruising along. Good afternoon, Silas. Good to see you. Here's a human compost story, a human interest compost story from Saul Herrera. In Brazil, the best tasting mangoes were from trees surrounding the cemetery. No one could, it was inexplicable. Why are these so good? Nobody understands. Beans reporting in here. Human compost from burial is sanitary, done in large containers. Using compost from your garden is not Soylent Green like consumption. They do make clean compost from human waste poop as well, though. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's, it's so interesting, our long history of putting ourselves in these boxes and stuff. And instead of returning to the earth, we try to stay separate even in death. We're strange. We are strange creatures. There's nothing like us under the sun. But I like the idea of returning to the soil and feeding the future. I think it's much more romantic and way less weird than what we actually do. And I'd like to get me one of these mangoes. Lemon and Carlson hire same powerhouse lawyer. Oh, God. Makes sense. Well, that sort of implies that Carlson didn't decide to quit in order to run for office. I can read between the lines on that. Before Tucker's Fox rise, an on-air brawl led to a CNN firing. Oh, back in the day. Yeah, Tucker's been fired from, I think he even worked at MSNBC for a little while, didn't he? He's gone through them all. There's nowhere to go back to. OAN would probably have him, but that would be less money, and that's a weird scene over there. I suspect we'll see him on Rumble. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'll just retire, pick up fly fishing, calm down. Has media's big purge begun? Well, duh. Clearly. All right. Prince Harry's suit against Murdoch reveals secret Prince William payoff. Ooh, I need some more sound effects. I need like a dunk dunk. I need the sound. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. I'm definitely working on the show. I got ideas. I got a laptop I'm trying to refurbish here to move some stuff over to, so I can kick my puppet up here a notch. I want to be able to read a piece of paper like Cronkite, look down and oh my goodness, what was that giggle? Was that from Twitch? Wait. Did y'all hear a little kid's giggle? How did that happen? I don't feel like I have. Wait a second. Is that a Twitch sound effect? Do it again. Whoever did that, do it again. I'm scared right now. You heard it too? I'm actually scared. It's the middle of the day. Oh, wait. Holy moly. That is scary. All right. Moving on. I'm a little nervous. Elderly Biden's re-election bid renews spotlight on VP Harris. Elderly Biden's re-election bid renews spotlight on VP Harris. I'm sure it does. Yeah, she's been a little MIA as far as I can tell. How's she doing? Anybody know? News hounds? Any sightings? Any report? Joe once said 63-year-old opponent was too old to serve. Oh, yeah, back in the day. He was mocking old people. I get you. Obama is all in. It says, what's that mean? Behind Joe? RFK Jr. may give headache. RFK Jr. doesn't stand a chance. I don't know what he's up to there. Republicans roll out deep fake attack ad. God, I don't want to click on any of these links. I'm a little curious about the deep fake attack ad. Should we check that out? Let's see if there's actual footage here. Wait, speaking of actual footage, I do have something to show you. My neighbor and buddy, it works in environmental. I'm not sure his actual job title, but he's an environmentalist, and his organization has just dropped a news story. They did some investigative journalism and released this video they call Certified Disaster: How Project Canary and gas certification are misleading markets and governments. As many of you may know, there's been a concerted effort to try to monitor the emissions from different gas processing plants and fossil fuel industries around the world. So they monitor their emissions, and you can get rewarded for having low emissions or fined for having too many emissions. And there's this company called Canary that sells the monitors, but they did some investigative journalism and got some footage and showed how where these monitors and devices are being installed is not within the flow of where the emissions will be coming from. A new report from Oil Change International and Earthworks raises questions around the legitimacy of certified gas, exposing on-the-ground failures to detect oil and gas pollution by one of the largest certifiers of methane gas, Project Canary. The report argues that the fossil fuel industry's recent push to label methane gas as responsibly sourced is unproven and incompatible with a climate-safe future, urging that fossil fuel companies move toward a managed decline in the production, distribution, and use of fossil fuels. Let's go now to the actual video footage that they've released. Their investigative journalism, I mean, they really did this. They went out there, they filmed this with very fancy equipment, infrared cameras and things that can actually see what's going on, and have brought us this report. Check this minute-long video out. Pretty awesome work here. All 22 times. For more information, check out the full report at earthworks.org/resources/certified disaster. Read the entire report. And yeah, as you can see, the monitors are nowhere near where they should be. Some of them were found in the next county over from the plant. It's sort of ridiculous. What a great video. Let's just watch it. I just want to dig this music for a second. It's pretty good, huh? Well, there's some breaking news here, straight from the source here on Surly in the Morning Afternoon News. That's some legit news hound action there. Thanks for taking that note, Beans. Yep, I need more sound effects. I need like some ominous music, dung dung, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's Law and Order, right? Okay, Nightmare. What if Joe Biden, the weakest president we've ever had, is this the deep fake? What if Joe Biden, the weakest president we've ever had, is
This just
reelected?
in, we can now call the 2024 presidential race for Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans.
This morning, an emboldened China invades Taiwan.
Financial markets are in free fall as 500 regional banks have shuttered their doors.
Border agents were overrun by a surge of 80,000 illegals yesterday evening.
Officials closed the city of San Francisco this morning, citing the escalating crime and fentanyl crisis.
Who's in charge here? It feels like the train is coming off the tracks.
That's not a deep fake. That's just speculative. Is that a deep fake? That's pretty ominous, I'll tell you what. I know that's effective on some people. Isn't that just footage from around
This
the
just
world
in,
yesterday?
we can now call the 2024 presidential race for Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans.
Oh, man, they got a scary picture
This
of him
morning, an
there.
emboldened China invades Taiwan.
Financial markets are in free fall as 500.
Sorry, I know y'all don't want to see that again, but I do. What in the world? The video then depicts 4 sets of images. Well, we just saw it. We don't need to hear them talking about it. That'll work on a lot of people. That's how they already see the world already. Member of White Lives Matter tried to burn down church to stop drag show. Oh my God! I'm intrigued just by the whole phrase "member of White Lives." Is White Lives Matter a thing you can be a member of? It's not just a troll thing you say. Boy, people organize around any concept these days. Italy strips gay couples of parental recognition. What? In general or specifically? Maloney crackdown. Is that Maloney? Italy strips some gay couples of parental recognition. Giorgia Meloni's government moves to restrict same-sex parenthood as it champions traditional values. Who is this person? Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has worked hard to burnish her credentials as a mainstream conservative. Now the right-wing government of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is telling mayors they can no longer choose. In fact, it is pushing for non-biological gay parents to be retroactively struck from birth documents. Hundreds of families could be affected, gay rights groups say. So this whole retrograde, backsliding is happening all over the world. One step forward, 2 steps back. Barbie with Down syndrome launched. Sony CEO unleashed streamers don't create movie stars. Boring audience to death with sameness. I tell you, I watched the Diplomat series recently. It was pretty good. I was engaged, but then you binge watch a whole series and it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're just like, oh God, this is not finished. Can you imagine if novels did that? You get to the end of War and Peace and it's a cliffhanger. You're like, what? You want some satisfaction at the end. You want to turn that last page and go, dang, that was amazing. You don't want to turn the last page and be like, dang, I got to do this all again. I'm on the edge of my seat here, not satisfied. This is not okay. All right. We've made it to column 3. Sip of coffee. Cheers. Again, Belafonte, rest in peace. Thank you so much for all you did, all your music, all your activism, all your charm, all your inspiration. When your boss is an algorithm, Apple working on AI health service Mood Tracker. Well, it's a good thing I'm not wearing mine. Silicon Valley startups brace for summer of pain. Oh, God. Are you wearing your Mood Tracker? Better get your Mood Tracker on. Gorsuch sold property to major law firm head after confirmation. Phony doc treated thousands of patients over years, including for cancer. The jig is up. New rush to find gold in Sierra Nevada foothills. Now we're talking. A new gold rush. That's what we need. I think it's about time for me to become a prospector. I already got the hat. I already got a pan. All I need now is a mule. And we're going to giddy up, skedaddle over there and get us some gold. How do you like my prospector impression? I know. Leave it to the pros. Erdogan faces biggest election challenge over economy. Support eroding. All right, well, there you go, folks. We've made it through the news. You guys are awesome. Thank you, news hounds out there, for your contributions. And look forward to tomorrow's show. And for those of you out there watching, I appreciate you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel here on Nathan Moore. It's youtube.com/Nathan Moore Songs. And this is where you get it all. This is what we're live here right now. You got your Surly in the Morning news, afternoon news playlist. You got your Jabberjohn playlist, episode 20 this Thursday at 7 o'clock, the big 2-0. Then you got my random Twitch streams where I play music at spontaneous times, and of course all my records and music videos all here on Nathan Moore on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the bell so you know when we are live. And I guess if there's nothing else, it's time to dance. We dance here every day on Surly in the Morning Afternoon News, either to get the gross news off of us, to celebrate good news, or just because we dance. That's what we do. That's who we are. Hey, Tino, welcome to the show. All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow whenever I wake up over my first cup of coffee, and we'll get through it. We'll get through it together. All right, everybody, rise from your chair. Let's get it on. Time to dance. Oh, yeah. My tin can coffee cup.
Tin can coffee cup beneath the weeping willow. I'm a blue sky. Which way should I go? Strumming my guitar. To my right is a crossroad. To my left is a train. fast and slow. I wish I wouldn't starve. If I just sat and sang, then my friends would drop by. And I feel no pain. I wish I wouldn't freeze. I get wet in the rain. Oh, I wish I wouldn't die. If I just sat and sang. Why would I wander? Well, where would I stay? There's only one place where a man can just play. It flies down each road, rides on every train. It sits beneath the willows, can never remain. See you tomorrow. Some city or some small town. Don't know how I'll get there. But they always come around.
Let it play out. Let it play out.
Ends meeting on blind dates. And awkwardly parting ways. Off to the next setup. Little old me giving chase. I suppose the golden laughter is its own reward. Try explaining that one to the land of the Lord.
Thanks for watching.
I wake up early in the morning. Yeah, might want to head for the hills. wake homeless with a toothache. I wake fired with a stack of bills. It's my chance to be bitter, and there's plenty to be bitter about. I wake wise to the wicked ways of the world, and I snarl and I grimace and pout. I wake absurd